Well, hello there. For the ones that watched my first video, I want to say thank you. It took a lot to be able to reach out like that. This one still sits there and continues on the same thing. Why do we as an individual make the choices that we make? Our choices that we make define who we are and the things that we are capable of. Not being judgmental over my choices. Each and every single one of us need to be able to, take responsibility for our own actions. But whenever you sit there and still want to try so hard after it being so many months, sit there and prove yourself that you're doing what it is that you need to do to, be an individual, not just as a responsible person. Responsibility is a big thing. It is. I had hope that things would work out. I'm not saying that they're not working out, but they ain't been any easier. I don't know if after we love someone and we making a mistake, if it's not right for us not to be back together, or if it is right for us to be back together. It's so hard. It's so difficult to understand what it is that women want. They sit there, and certain ones that I've been with sit there and tell me, we need to be responsible, we need to be caring, we need to put our feelings out there, and we need to be supportive of their feelings and their choices. But whenever we are supportive of their choices and stuff like that, that we're supposed to sit there and be men behind and make a logical decision of what's right and wrong. Because we're all individuals. We all understand what is right and wrong. Some of us is harder than others, but in my case, it hasn't been easy. I still have hope that she wants to make it work, but then I don't know if she has the hope that I'm looking for us to work. She stated she's moved on. That crushes me. Yes, I'm trying not to cry because it is definitely difficult. But like I've stated in the last video, it's two people that's motivated me. And that's CJ and the other one to sit there and tell me to live a little. Mosarji. You two have inspired me. I don't really understand what it is that I need to be able to do besides get a job and sit there and show that I'm going to be successful and supportive. The more I'm supportive behind the decision, the more it seems like she pulls away from me. And the more I try to pull away from her, seems like she tries to pull closer to me. I don't understand it. All these things are done because of choices we've made. The bad decisions and the choices that I've made in the first video was true. I did. I'm not happy with it because it's something that I have to live with every day. The regret, the pain. But it ain't just us that allows us to make the decisions and the choices that we've made. It's the people that influence us. That's all I'm trying to do, is influence someone else to do better. Like I stated in the last one, we need to come together as a nation, as friends and individuals that understand we are different. But until then, and until we realize that we're only making ourselves struggle more by not coming together, then we might finally come together. Sorry about the noise in the background if you guys heard it. But see, our choices and our decisions define who we are. We've got to, be one with our significant others. We have to sit there and be able to trust them. I brought that up in the last video too. It just crushes me. It legitly, straight out, flat crushes me that I want to try and I want to prove myself, but my significant other that I'm wanting to be my significant other isn't what I would say wanting to do that. I don't understand what it is that a man can do to sit there and get their significant other to feel any other different way than the way that some men make women feel. I'm not saying that I can't change. I can. All of us can. We just got to put forth the effort and apply ourselves to do better. Maybe one day I can come up here and sit there and state something positive. Yeah, I got a couple of things that's supposed to be coming up to sit there and help me do better, but I guess they'll be here when they get here. I just want to sit there and say thank you to the two people I shouted out on. Mo Sargi and CJ Faison. You two really showed me that if you apply yourself, you can be successful. And I just want to be successful. But us as a human race, we're so judgmental on others and we want to sit there and create character defects on each other. We need to stop. Just because that person did something bad and that person did something bad doesn't mean that the individual themselves are bad. It's just bad choices. No, I'm not stating everybody that's made bad choices wasn't influenced by themselves or by their own doings or by their past. But it's us as an individual that needs to understand that it's us that makes our own future. It's us that defines who we are. I've wanted it to work out, and I've wanted to work out, and I just want to prove myself and be successful with something. Us guys that have kids, some of you understand where I'm coming from. Most other ones, you got your head so far up your butts that some of us don't even sit there and realize what time of day it is. I was one of them. I've had to pull my head out several different times. And it seems like every time I do, it's too late. I just wanted to get better. But in order for it to get better, for any of us, we have to start with ourselves. She says she's moved on, but I don't know if she has. Her actions and her words don't match, and her words and her actions don't match. Either way it goes. But it seems like the more and more and more I try to get her attention back on me, it just, it's not there. And it crushes me. How can someone lay down with someone, make a child, and not want it to work? Come on. I want you to realize something. There's couples out here that have been together, some of them 15 years, other ones are 20, 25 years. How did they make it work? Out of all the decisions and choices that have been up and down like this stinking emotional roller coaster, I say is because they believe in each other and they're going to support each other with the decisions and choices that they make, if it's right or wrong. Yeah, he got to deal with the consequence if it is wrong, no matter what. That's just a given. You make a bad choice as a kid, you get put in timeout. Or if you make a bad choice as a kid and get grounded and have your PlayStation or something taken away. But as an adult, whenever you make a bad choice, you lose the people you love, you lose your family. And depending on how bad the choice was, could also put you in jail. Now, in Training Day, they sit there and Denzel tells you, you want to go home, you want to go to jail. Well, I know a lot of us want to go home. And we need to remember that. Out of all the things we do, we need to always want to go home. But if you're having a relationship, one party wants it, but the other party don't. How do you work with that? Do you just let it go and let it be? Or do you try to get out there and prove to yourself you're a better person? And then showing to yourself you're a better person also allows you to sit there and show to your significant other that you're a better person, that you're going to do better regardless. It really crushes me because I'm out here trying and I'm out here grinding and I'm out here pushing and I'm out here applying myself to do what it is that is the right thing to do. So what is it that we are supposed to do? I really would love for the relationship that I had to work. Not saying that it will, but I've also stated that it won't. It's just that we have to apply ourselves. She has to apply herself to want to do better for me and her and the kid. And I have to apply myself that I want to do better for me, her, and the kid. See, whenever there's a kid involved, they didn't ask to be here. But it is left up to the parents to actually act like grown up adults and stop nitpicking over what the past has brought. If that's what you want to live your life with, then you know something. The people that are like that, to stay by yourself. Because nobody's got time for it. You don't sit there and play with people's emotions like that. You get someone to love you, and then you sit there and arrange something, that messes the whole situation up. You do not do that. We have to come together. We have to be supportive of our spouses, our friends, and ourselves. But if our spouses and our friends are not supporting us with what we're trying to do, a lot of us give up. I have. But yet, somewhere inside of me, I keep pushing. Because I know deep down inside of myself, it will get better. It can get better. But I have to apply myself for it to get better. For the ones that want to give up. Then you'll realize how far down the rabbit hole you really went. And then maybe you'll see the light at the other end. It also depends on how far down you went. Me, I'm so far down that the littlest thing from her sits there and gives me hope that that's what she wants. Can't sit there and guarantee that that is what she wants, but every time little things happen, I went down and donated plasma with her. On the way back up, she made a funny, and she, most people sit there and had that little relationship tickle that they sit there and grab you on your side and just hee hee. She did that after I asked the question of, do you have any kind of hope for us to work out? Do you have the interest for us to work out? She told me ask her next month. Okay, that's fair enough. I left it alone. And then right after that, whenever she did that little tickle thing on my side, in my head, to myself, it felt like that was a yes, there is hope, but you need to prove yourself. And that's what I mean. We have to apply ourselves and have hope for ourselves to do better. Now, I know that there's a lot of people that ain't gonna watch this video, and I also know that there's a lot of people that's gonna diss this video. You know something? Do it. Because a lot of people hate the truth. The truth hurts. I know it for a fact. But us as an individual, if we are not honest with ourselves, we will not be honest with others. I'm honest with myself. I messed up. I made a choice. I made a decision, and this is my consequence. But somewhere deep inside my heart, I still have hope for people. I have hope for myself. I have hope that eventually one day she'll understand and finally grow up. 34 years old. It's Thursday, the 21st of January of 2021. This is a new start, not just for one of us, but for all of us. We got to do better for ourselves. And we have to do extremely better for our significant others. With that, I'll talk to you guys later. Be safe and stay strong.